But look, y'all, in this video, we straight got an evil sister. Like, yeah, she killed her brother, then she was laughing about it. She thought it was funny. Her name's Stephanie, too.
15th, 2015, Jake Millison went missing from his family's 400-acre ranch, where he worked as a ranch hand. The police went to the ranch and spoke with his mother, Deborah, who owned and operated the ranch, and they asked her if she knew anything about his disappearance. Deborah told them that Jake was out of town and she was not sure when he would return. When they asked her why he wasn't answering his cell phone, she pulled out a plastic bag containing rice and Jake's phone. She explained that as he was leaving, he dropped it in a puddle. She also told the police that Jake would disappear often because their son abused cocaine, steroids, and he hung out with the wrong crowds.
Everything else going okay for you, Deb?
Well, except for, some of Jake's friends deciding to accuse my daughter and I and my son-in-law on killing him.
Yeah, I understand. I've seen some of that junk floating around too, so.
Why would they even consider me to want to do that?
Deb, you know how the rumor mill is, especially in a small town like Gunnison, so.
Well, it would be different if it wasn't just his druggy friends that he used to sell mushrooms and stuff to. But we're all getting a little tired of this stuff.
Yeah, I understand that.
I just want to find him.
Somebody
yes,
lying.
I just want to find him and say, you can't come home now. You burned your bridges. Make your own life, but at least I know you're alive.
After speaking with Deborah and looking around her ranch,
I would never want to come home to you. You want to come, you just want to, oh, I hate people like that. Oh.
The police left and they wouldn't be back for over 2 years. In June of 2017, a local journalist wrote a story about Jake's disappearance. This article reignited the case, and the police were able to get a search warrant for the ranch. The warrant was carried out the following month, but when the officers knocked on Deborah's door, they were surprised by what she would tell them. Deborah immediately confessed to killing her son. Deborah had 2 children, Stephanie and Jake, who lived and worked on the ranch. She also had stage 4 breast cancer. Her 2 children would constantly argue with her about who would inherit the ranch. On the night Jake was killed, Deborah claimed that after getting into an argument with him, she shot him while he slept. She then told the police that she wrapped up the body in plastic and carried him outside and covered him in manure. The police immediately began digging through the pile, and about 6 feet deep, they found Jake's body. It appeared to be an open and shut case, but then the investigators realized that there was no way Deborah was able to move Jake's body on her own. The police began speaking with other employees of the ranch. They were told that it was not Deborah who ran the ranch, but her daughter Stephanie who was in control of everything. The police began to wonder if Stephanie and her husband Dave had been the ones who killed Jake, and Deborah was just taking the blame because her life was almost over. The police decided to give both Stephanie and Dave polygraph tests and see if they were being honest about not knowing anything about Jake's death.
What's your involvement? What's going on?
Well, what I knew, I guess, is that he disappeared and he went to Reno for some fighting stuff, and I wasn't allowed on the ranch when he was there, so I never went on the ranch. I really don't know anything. That he disappeared, and I thought it was kind of weird that he was gone quite so long. Started making me wonder that he was missing and he hadn't come back.
Okay.
When somebody like that, you think they go missing for a little bit.
Sure.
If they're still out there, still alive, and doing whatever they're doing, they're probably going to reach out eventually. It may take them a week or a month.
Okay.
But once it started getting to about a year is when I started kind of, I guess, coming to conclusions of what happened. What could have happened with him, or where did he go, or what happened.
Dave explains that he and Jake hated each other, and it got to the point where Jake put a restraining order on him. The detective wants to know more about the restraining order, so Dave tells him it all started when Jake continued to plow snow and put it in his way.
Well, one day I was coming out the house and he was coming down the driveway, and I was mad about the snow being piled up because I got my truck stuck that day and it took me 3 hours to dig it out. So I wanted to have words with him. Why the hell do you keep doing this shit to me? You need to stop. I'm trying to help out here as much as anybody else. And, well, he freaked out, started stripping his clothes down. This winter, we have a bunch of layers on. He was ready to come at me hard. I mean, he was running at me, stripping his stuff. And at the time, I was leery about him because he was in mixed martial arts. I knew he had a concealed weapons permit, etc. So I always carried a gun. Not necessarily for him, just because I am a very firm Second Amendment believer.
Okay.
But I was stripping down, and I was going to pull my gun out, put it down on my clothes and stuff, not in the snow and shit. Well, as soon as I got my coveralls down around my legs, I was getting ready to do that, and he just stopped, dead in his tracks, as he obviously saw the weapon, and started yelling and screaming, just picking up his clothes and wandering off. And then the next morning, sheriff comes out, serves a summons to appear to court and whatnot for a restraining order.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I left, and I didn't go back on the ranch for a long time. I think I stayed in town at a friend's for the time being.
Dave appeared very nervous. He was having a hard time sitting still, and the investigator observed that his hands were shaking. After hearing more about how Dave and Jake would get into various arguments, the investigator begins the polygraph test.
Regarding Jake's death, do you intend to answer each question truthfully?
Yes.
You're telling me you had nothing to do with this, that you didn't kill him, right?
Yes.
You didn't do this.
No.
Is that right? Okay. So the question I want to ask you, did you cause Jake's death?
No.
And what I mean by cause is, did you have anything to do with it? Did you kill him?
No, sir.
Did you cause Jake's death at the ranch?
No, sir.
Did you participate in Jake's death?
No, sir.
What do you think I mean by that, by the word participate?
Was I around at the incident? No, sir. I
Right.
was not.
Was you around? Did you help dispose the body?
No, sir.
Did you have any involvement, any knowledge about it? Did you, you know what I mean? Anything. Maybe you didn't do it, but you had some other part.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I mean by the word participate. Moving it from the loft, as you talked about, burying it, using a backhoe, anything like that. You see what I'm saying? Wrapping it up, anything whatsoever.
I think I would have puked.
Okay, all right. That's what I'm getting at.
The investigator would end the test, and Dave was put into another room while he waited for his results. His wife Stephanie was next.
You're either going to tell me the truth or you're not.
Right, yeah.
Okay?
That's true.
And I hope it's going to be the truth, okay? And right now, you're the only person that's going to know that.
Right.
Okay? Well, when we're done, I can assure you there's going to be two people that's going to know whether you're telling the truth or not.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
What's going on? Tell me what happened here.
Okay, from what they told me yesterday, and I'm a little bit freaked out, is they told me my mom confessed to killing my brother.
Okay. Your brother, Jacob.
Jake, yes.
Okay. He goes by Jake?
We all called him Jake, but I think he preferred Jacob.
What do you know about that?
I didn't know anything until yesterday. I was kind of blindsided because everything I thought was that he had left. She had told me he had left, and then he just didn't come back.
He just didn't come back?
No.
Okay. How did that come about?
She had said, and this is 2 years ago,
Okay.
that he went to go to Reno, Nevada to do a martial arts. She said he had gotten a job, and they were going to, down there, and if he helped with the camp, they would help train him some more. And she said that he was going to go down, he was going to be gone for 6 weeks, and then he'll probably be back. And apparently that was a lie.
He's your brother. Have you ever been in contact with him?
No, we weren't close.
You were not close. Okay. How often did you guys talk?
She used to hate on him. Yeah, she used to hate on her brother. I can tell by her demeanor. I could tell by her tone of voice. He was the one that used to be outside, going to places. He was the brother that went to parties in high school while she sat in the house talking to her same couple of friends. Yeah, she one of them.
Never.
Why is that?
We've just never gotten along. Even as little kids, we just were always. She'd always tell me the same thing. You know, she left in a dark blue truck. I was like, okay. I was like, you still don't remember the guy you went with? She's like, no, I don't know who that was.
Regarding Jake's death, do you intend to answer each question truthfully?
Yes.
Did you cause Jake's death?
No.
Did you participate in Jake's death?
No.
Stephanie was put into a separate room and told to wait for the results. Both Stephanie and Dave would fail their polygraph tests. Dave was the first to hear his results.
David, do you understand the severity of this situation?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand and know the penalty for first-degree murder?
Yes, I do.
And what do you know about first-degree murder?
That you kill somebody, you pay the price.
Okay, but what is the price?
You go to prison or death sentence or whatever, I don't know.
You could spend the rest of your life in prison, or you could actually be put to death. Okay? It's the most important time of your life up to this point. And the most important thing that you can do right now is to be honest, because you haven't been honest.
Yes, I have.
No, let me finish. You know, and you knew when you came in here last night to take a polygraph test, the difference between telling the truth and not telling the truth, being honest and not being honest. Did you pass that test?
I have no idea. I hope I did.
What do you mean you hope you did? You either know you did or you know you didn't.
I know I did.
You knew you passed the test. Why did you so severely not pass the test?
I honestly don't know. I don't know. I should have passed it because I didn't do anything. If I were to have killed this guy, it would have been because of him attacking me. But I didn't. I didn't kill this guy.
Did you use that gun to kill Jake?
No.
Look, I like you, and I want to help you. But in order for me to help you... No, listen to me. In order for me to help you, and maybe in order for me to keep you from going to jail or maybe prison for the rest of your life, if you've ever told the truth in your life, now is the time to simply... Now listen to me. Don't say anything, just listen. You have got to be honest. Now you sat here, we talked to you the other day on Monday, and we've asked you certain questions. Some of that stuff was true. Some of that stuff was bullshit. Okay? Now is the time to put the bullshit aside. Be honest with us so we can help you out. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You know that your mother-in-law is probably, her health is probably failing.
Yeah.
And you know it's quite easy for her to be able to step up and take the blame.
Oh, I understand that.
You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. I took your mother-in-law out to the corral to have her point out where the body was. She said, "This is where we buried him."
I don't know why she said we.
The detectives keep pushing Dave to get him to confess, and eventually their hard work pays off. Dave begins telling them the story of how he was moving manure around when what he believed was Jake's body was uncovered.
I had a really big suspicion, and I think it might be true. I just freaked out about it.
Don't give us half of it.
So I was cleaning manure, putting it in the back, and I saw a white bag and some bones sticking out of it when I was dumping manure back there. And I thought something looked funny. I didn't really want to think about it. I just didn't want to. I wanted no part of anything like that.
What did you think?
That it could have been an animal. That's what we were I was told that it was a bear, an illegal kill of a bear, or something like that, an illegal animal that was put there in this pile of manure. I didn't think it looked right. It just didn't look animal to me. All I saw was bones, like part of a rib cage. And I was told it was an animal and to bury it. And I just didn't think it looked right. And it kind of freaked me out. And I just wanted to just keep it thinking it was an animal. And she was supposed to dispose of this animal carcass that I thought was an animal carcass, or was told anyway. And I didn't touch it, didn't look at it any more than that. I just left it at that. Left the hole open, did my thing. A couple days later, I put the barrel in and covered it up.
But when you saw the body, and you knew it was a body, right?
I knew it was a body. I didn't know what kind of body.
No, come on.
I didn't know what kind of body, but I really had a strong suspicion. I knew what it was.
David, you knew then, because when we showed up out there with the backhoe and the trailer, you dropped your head, and your buddy dropped his head. So you and your buddy both knew that the body was in the manure pile.
Yeah, we were pretty sure.
Now, come on. You knew it was Jake in the manure pile.
We were pretty dang sure of it.
And Mom told you to move the body out of the manure pile and put it in the hole?
No. I never even touched it. The closest I ever got to it was about 10 feet. That was it. I just finished covering, putting the manure there where I wanted to, and to clean out the corral, and that was where I left it.
Was Stephanie with you when you saw the body in the manure pile?
She was after I first saw it.
Okay, and so Stephanie saw it. No, wait a minute. You and Stephanie knew that that's Jake in the manure pile.
We didn't know for sure. We had a very, very, very strong.
How often do you go up and see a body in a manure? Who's missing out there? Who's missing out there?
Jake.
What was Stephanie told?
Stephanie was told that don't worry about it. It's just an illegal animal. Just cover it up.
From the time that you saw the body in the manure pile, what kind of discussions did you and Stephanie and Mom have about Jake's death?
None. Me, Stephanie, and Jeremy joked about it a little. Like, what if it really is Jake?
And so a dead body.
So, yeah.
Is not something to sit around and joke and tease about.
No, we weren't.
This guy has been missing for 2 years.
We weren't really joking about it. We were very scared about it, and I guess to relieve the pressure, we kind of tried to laugh about it. Not laugh, that's not it. It's just...
Do you think for a moment, if I had a family member that was missing, and I sat there and saw their body in a manure pile, that I'd sit around and maybe try to make some kind of humor out of that?
No, I never wanted to make a joke out of it, and I didn't, like I said, I didn't want to think that it was him. I wanted to believe that it was an illegal dead animal that was there. I knew it was. I knew it was him. I really did. I had that deep suspicion that it was him in there.
You knew damn good and well that was Jacob Millicent in that shit pile, didn't you? And that's why you didn't call the cops, because you were afraid for your livelihood, right?
For my son's.
Yes, for your son.
For my son's livelihood, I was afraid that the ranch would be gone and he would never get to have that again.
Okay.
We all knew, I know we all knew, but nobody told each other they knew.
But then you all agreed that it was going to be there and buried, and you weren't going to say anything about it.
Pretty much.
Dave would only admit that he and Stephanie knew where the body was, but other than that, they were not involved. The detectives believe that Dave and Stephanie came up with the story, just in case they were unable to pass a lie detector test. Stephanie had already made the same confession Dave made about accidentally finding Jake's body, so they let her go home and come back the next day for another polygraph test. It was no surprise to anyone that Stephanie failed this one as well.
We're past the point of you denying that you have told us about your involvement in this, okay? You've taken 2 tests. You took the first one, you failed, and you gave an admission, right? And you failed because you hadn't told us that admission, which was finding the body a couple of months earlier.
Right.
And so this test is there's still something that you're not telling us about this.
Right. I'm trying to think what I could have been thinking of that could have messed me up. I think the only thing I can think of is I've been trying to think back to the last, say, 5 years of my life, you know, and when Mom would get mad at Jake for something, she'd often say, well, one day I'm just going to shoot. And she maybe said it 2 or 3 times over the course of...
Right, and you would help her get Jacob out of there. Now, I'm not saying you shot him. No, I'm saying that the concept of we need to get rid of Jacob was a joint concept because Jacob was refusing to leave the ranch voluntarily, right? He just basically wasn't listening to her.
Well, he never listened to her.
Right.
But we never had a conversation about, like, getting rid of Jake. The only time, I told her over the course of a couple of years that, you know, you need to kick him out. I mean, he's not good for you, not good for him, anybody. And I would say, yes, for sure, I encourage her to kick him out.
Because we still don't know, even though you made that admission of finding him 2 months before.
Right.
That still doesn't clear you of shooting him or helping her earlier.
Right.
You just gave us the story about finding the body 2 months before.
Right. No, I understand.
So we bring you back in, and you should pass the test, because if you didn't shoot him, and you didn't help her sooner, then you should have been fine on this test.
Yes, I didn't shoot him, and I didn't help her.
And
I don't know.
And I think part of the problem is, I think you do know what you did. And,
no, I didn't
do
anything.
No, you know something about those few days of when you lost it. And see, here's the thing. The fact that you found, you guys found him 2 months earlier and you helped her cover it up at that point, right? There's no difference in you helping her the day after. I'm not saying you knew she was going to do it, but your mom would have come to you for help. Only you, not Dave. I believe she wouldn't go to Dave. She would come to you for help.
She didn't.
And so the hair and the prints on the tape are not going to come back to you.
I'm highly unlikely, because I did not help her. I did not help her and drag his ass out of the freaking house.
She had help getting the body out of the house, and there's only 2 people there, you and Dave.
I swear on my child's head, I did not.
You know, that's the sign that when people do that, start swearing on things.
Checking our kids, y'all, because she lying. She lying. She lying.
Sorry, but
It's not a truthful statement.
I did not help her.
You don't want to admit you helped her.
No, I did not.
You have to see it from our perspective.
No, I understand.
You knew about her taking your brother's life, and your first instinct was not to call the police, it was to call your mom. And then you run to call your mom first instead of calling the police. She's not even there. You don't even have to worry about her knowing that you called, right?
That's true.
But you went and called her. And you called her because you knew before those 2 guys even knew. I think you knew after it happened because your mom needed your help. And before you keep denying, I'm telling you, the fact that you helped her 2 days after is no different than helping her a year and a half after. That is the same thing. The fact that you chose not to tell the police and you're all of a sudden in a panic, right? And you don't call the police. You tell them not to call the police. You go call Mom. It's because you knew it was in the manure pile because you knew it was there earlier than they did. Your mom was confiding in you. Your mom's going to protect you. And I'm not here telling you that we're looking to put both of you behind bars. I'm wanting you to just flat out rip off the Band-Aid and tell us exactly what happened because you knew it before that 2 months.
No, I didn't.
It's not just me. Everybody believes you were involved.
It's unfortunate for them.
No, it's unfortunate for you. You failed a polygraph regarding whether you shot him or whether you helped move that body out of the house. What do you think will happen if the hairs or prints on the duct tape come back to you?
I'll be arrested.
For what? What do you think the charge will be then?
Murder or disposal of a body?
Nope.
First degree.
When Stephanie realizes that she could be charged with first-degree murder if her fingerprints are found on the tape that secured the plastic around Jake's body, she becomes very concerned.
It didn't help her. I definitely didn't shoot him.
So if there is DNA of yours on that weapon, then you shot Jake?
I guess so, but there shouldn't be, because I don't remember ever shooting. I don't remember shooting that gun in the last. I'm sure I probably shot it before, but I don't remember when.
And therein lies the out. A person who had nothing to do with this would have said, I've never shot that gun.
But I don't know
My
if
friend
or not.
won't go beyond that gun. And initially you said, shouldn't be, don't think so. If they are,
I don't remember. I'm sure I shot that gun at some point. She's had it forever. But not any time recently, ever.
okay, so this is the route you want to take.
I don't know.
You want us to prove that you helped her move it, and you want us to prove that you shot that weapon. Because this is the time to cooperate.
I understand.
This is the time to tell us your involvement, so we can say, yep, she came clean. It'll play out. It was over the ranch. I have a will that says it was going to you. Your mom's taking the fall because she's dying.
I'd like a lawyer since you don't seem to want to talk to me. I can't. There's nothing I can say to you. Because apparently, you've got all this stuff that... I didn't do anything.
In the end, all three suspects would remain strong and not change any of their stories. Deborah was convicted of second-degree murder, and she received 40 years in prison. David pled guilty to tampering with evidence, and he received 10 years in prison. Stephanie also pled guilty to tampering with evidence, but the judge threw the book at her. She was sentenced to 24 years in prison. What are your thoughts on this case?
Man, he really he gave her that 24 years. So look, all right, y'all. So the husband he helped move the body. The husband helped move the body 100%. The mom, she knew about everything. She probably encouraged. She was one of the moms I would never want to come back home to. I'm not coming back home. That's why he was always leaving. She talking about, I wish I can just talk to him so I can yell at him and tell him he done burned all it. Why would you say that? Why would anybody want to ever come back home to that? Like, you just waiting on them to come back just so you could talk shit. Like, no, hey, how you doing? Oh, I miss you so much. No, you just want to scold them as soon as they get there. Yeah. She was evil. All of them was evil in this picture. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Even this fake Mr. Beast Chandler in the middle. Yeah. But the sister, of course, she the one who did it. I don't trust her. She was hating on him. She was hating on Jake. Look at her. Your husband wasn't talking about nothing. He wasn't no thrilling, adventurous type person. Like, come on. You didn't smile for it, man. You better stop playing. People be out here hating, and it be your own family. Own family just hating on you. Mama too. Exactly. Imagine your own mama hating on you, and then not only is your own mama hating on you, she's smiling in a mugshot. Some people straight got families like this. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And I'll straight be feeling for them. Cause what? That is his mother. She is smiling in a mugshot about him dying, and she took the charge for the murder. Like, yeah. So what y'all think about this? Hit the like and subscribe button. There's some crazy people out here. Y'all not finna keep playing with me. Y'all not. Cause she smiling. ear to ear, knowing that she ain't gonna make it that much long. Them big ass ears. I bet you ear hustle too much. That's your problem now. You was over there. Ooh, she looked like an ear hustler. Earring, man. You better stop playing. Gotta need custom made earrings and shit. Man, stop playing. I hit that like and subscribe button.